Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Bazinga Boys podcast, the premier show on the internet where we talk about all things young Sheldon and the Big Bang Theory. I am your host, That's
really?
not who I am.
Can you imagine as a joke just saying that you're someone else? God, what a stupid joke! Don't even do that with me, okay?
Okay,
could you?
Should we re-record it? Yeah,
he's the purple colonel, and I'm Florian. Jesus. Okay. There's no second chances because
no
we're
second
recording.
Chances. Okay.
We're recording in front of a live studio audience, and they're right now annoyed at this introduction. Okay, like if someone was here with a soundboard, they would play the crickets, and then the crickets would be our live studio audience.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay. We can get crickets. We can get crickets, right? We can.
No, I don't actually like a soundboard. No, stop!
That's not going to come through, I guess, on the recording. I'll add it back in and post.
Oh, yeah. Jesus, that's even worse.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so you told me that you thought these were not great episodes.
What? Well, yeah, for Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon I did. I thought you were talking about our show, our wonderful show. Because it has been
our show
slandered
is
lately.
amazing.
So, I think before yeah, a little bit. I believe it has been. I think before we get into your Grindr update, I think we should discuss that a little.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we have like as many of our viewers know, right? We have like an older co-host who used to be with us on the earlier episodes, but he's gone now, thankfully, and the show has been thriving ever since his departure.
Yeah, nobody remembers or brings him up, okay? Like, we don't even remember his name anymore.
Exactly, yeah. Recently, though, you did do a Velma review podcast with this guy, right?
Maybe? It's been so long, I may have forgotten.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's possible, yeah. But, so, I do believe I did watch this Velma podcast just out of like interest, you know, like when you're like studying like a dying animal, that sort of thing. You just wanna see what's going on with them. Like,
okay, enough of this. Okay, the Velma podcast is great. Okay, Velma is the greatest show. I cannot pretend any different. And
well,
okay. I was looking forward to this for like a whole year to be able to review Velma too. So
that's, I mean, yeah.
So what's your problem with the show?
Well, okay, so as I see it, basically, for the Bazinga Boys, we did these 4 episodes with this old co-host, right? And the whole time he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna quit. We're gonna do Velma. It's gonna be pure Velma Kino on the channel now. After these episodes of Big Bang Theory, I'm gonna quit it, and we're gonna do Velma." And then he goes on the Velma show, and he's like, "Okay, now Velma sucks. We're gonna quit Velma after like 1 episode." He wanted to quit immediately. And I think that shows just a stunning lack of conviction.
We were also going to do Avatar at some point, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That was the other thing that was on there.
It is very disappointing. Like, all the time he's like, I have to use my finite time to do this thing that I said I was going to do. Gasp! Mm-hmm. Imagine having to entertain my audience with the thing I promised. Okay, yeah. I know. We're all terrible at that, but like doing a podcast is fun. I don't know. I don't get how he's that way.
I don't know. There's something's gone wrong. He's choosing anything but Kino now for his channel, and I think it's tragic. But not only does he already want to quit this show that he left the Bazinga Boys to pursue. Now he fucking spoils not only the ending of that Velma season 2, but he also spoiled this episode of Young Sheldon. Can you believe it? The gall on this guy to spoil.
At least we got some views out of it. Okay, at least it briefly was the most viewed video on the anti-reviews channel. Okay, this Bazinga Boys. So. Yeah.
I don't know.
You gotta take the good with the bad, all right?
I guess so, but I think it's just it's indicative of his downward spiral lately, you know.
Yeah, you know, I really enjoy doing the Bazinga Boys with you because you're so enthusiastic about the Sheldon, you know.
Exactly.
I fucking I can't believe how lame you were on the regular show. It's like, oh God, I have to experience something that doesn't live up to my grand standards, and I'm gonna make everyone feel annoyed about it.
Well, that's
also,
because
these pixels.
Regular show it just wasn't a good show. I'm sorry to say, it was not the pure fucking
that's the idea.
That's
the idea of reviewing things, is that sometimes they're not great, and then that's still worthwhile doing a review on them. But no, you,
I don't know.
You're very selective with your enthusiasm and your quality of content, but whatever, it's fine. I'm gonna have to do all of regular show alone, because I will do what I promised to my audience, okay? And I'm gonna enjoy it, and you're gonna wish you were there, but
that's up to you, I suppose. If you wanna waste all your time on that, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, like the 10 people that clicked on the regular show video, okay, they're gonna enjoy it, all right?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they will.
They're gonna appreciate my passion.
I'm sure they will.
All right, enough. Let's get the Sheldon going.
Well, first though, we need to do your Grindr update. What's been going on this week? People were upset that we waited.
I was worried that there would be a drought of Grindr news, and I think I messaged like 10 men and boys. And they all ignored me.
That doesn't sound.
Well, yeah, like.
Oh no,
dude, it's Grindr. You have to be 18. Don't be coy, okay?
I know.
I was ignored. There was one really cute twink who was like in town for. Did I tell the story already? He was in town for a day, and he messaged me, "Do you want to have fun?" And I'm like, I just came home from a hike. I am not nocturnal. I am not spontaneous. You are not gonna see me at a nightclub. No. Yeah. And then he didn't message me back after that. I mean, I said maybe we could meet after tomorrow or something. He was not into it. He probably wasn't even there for that long.
Okay. So you're just having so many offers now. Like, you're having to turn some of them down and stuff.
No, like, that was the last one where I had a good chance of meeting someone. Just because it was spontaneous, I could have gone out and maybe smashed. But no, I turned that one down, and now I've been in a drought, and 20 guys have ignored me on Grindr, so that's...
Okay.
That's surprising.
Why wouldn't you just take the chance with the one guy you have, then?
Dude, I'm not gonna... I hate going out, like, late at night.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah. It was alleged, actually, on that Velma show that the guy you were talking about meeting last time was potentially meeting, right? Like the British guy or whatever. That the idea was floated that might be a fake person. Is this?
Well, yeah, that was the whole idea. That was the whole idea. I thought that was clear. I was 99% certain that he was a crypto scammer. Didn't I? Was that not clear when I said this last time?
I don't know. I believed in you. Okay.
Well, I told him either you're scamming me or your uncle is scamming you, and then he's like, no, my uncle, he would never scam me. I've made money on these things. Like, I swear I told you this before. It was like, it's a basic too good to be true investment scam. Okay, it's like, oh yeah, 20% profit each month. Don't worry about it. Like, yeah, that'll make you the richest man in 5 years, okay, in the world. So that's clearly not what you got there.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I just have faith in this. Okay, I don't know if you mentioned that he was like crypto scamming last time when we did it on this show.
Really? That's weird.
I don't know if you did. Yeah.
Well, yeah. He basically was like he told me, oh yeah, don't you hate when you invest in something and you don't immediately get money? Wouldn't you rather invest in crypto where you can instantly get returns? Because of my uncle who has this insight on greater trends, and he knows when the stock's gonna go up, when the line is gonna go up.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I don't know anything about like crypto stuff, and I'd like to keep it that way.
Yeah, I mean, like, whenever someone tells you, whenever someone says that they're into crypto on a dating profile, they're definitely a scammer. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. That's
you wouldn't mention that like, and also if you do mention it, it's because you're looking for someone who might be scammable that way.
What do you put in your Grindr bio? Do you put down the fact that you're like an independently wealthy guy, or is that a
no?
Why not? Why not use that? You could probably get so many more people.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I feel like the fact that I'm no, I don't know. It's not a good idea. It definitely didn't work on Tinder, so whatever.
Wow. I don't know. I'd try it if I were in your situation, but I guess we're two different people.
Maybe one day. I mean, whatever. I'm still getting more attention on that than on Tinder, so it's probably fine. Just one day.
Yeah.
No, on my profile it says that I'm 80% straight and 20% gay. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you put on your Grindr profile that you're mostly straight.
Yeah.
Why? That just seems like the worst idea. That seems very antithetical to your goal.
Well, I mean, maybe that's one of the reasons for the drop off, or maybe maybe it's because of that second pic I put on that isn't as. I mean, it actually does look fine, but maybe I look weird in it.
If I were on Grindr and I came across a profile that said mostly straight, I'm not gonna message that guy. Like, you got to look at it from that perspective.
Well, I mean, it probably makes sense though. You gotta be upfront with these things.
I guess so. I don't know. You can just say looking for hookups or whatever. Like, that's fine.
Well, that's specifically not what I want. Like, if anything, okay. I want to have like a friendship plus,
All right.
Hookups, Jesus. I mean, that is.
I thought that's kind of the point of the app.
They are pretty much a lot into that. Like, they used to send me dick pics, and then I said, "Don't send me your dick pics," and now they stopped it. So that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'm doing Grindr all wrong, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's fine. I'll find someone.
Someone actually
responded just now, so I guess eventually I'll maybe have a chance. Who knows?
I didn't hear the patented Grindr specific notification sound though.
Oh, I actually never have that on, and every time I send someone a message,
probably a good
It tells me, hey, you should turn on the notification. You piece of shit. Turn on the notification. Why are you messaging people without having the notification on?
Yeah. So
oh my god, they can wait a day until I check my DMs. Jesus.
Well, for those who don't know, Grindr, it has its own notification sound effect that's distinct from every other app in the world. And it will play it, regardless of if the app is open or anything, it'll play this sound effect whenever you get a notification on it. And, that seems like the absolute last thing I want my gay hookup app to have is a publicly, identifiable sound that it plays every time. I can't, I don't know why it's such a stupid decision, but it's just how they conduct their business, I guess.
I guess that's how it's gonna be, They don't want anyone to be closeted, even the slightest bit, okay?
Yeah.
They only want people that are out and proud with me being 20% gay, It must be pinging from my phone.
Can you imagine being in this some hardcore redneck town in the deep American South or something, or I don't know, in Saudi Arabia or somewhere, and then your fucking Grindr notification goes off in the middle of town,
nobody would know what it is unless they're also on Grindr. So I guess everyone
that's true. Maybe it's just for people to identify each other in public and stuff.
Yeah, I guess whenever it happens, then the jihadis are gonna throw off the turbans and they're gonna grind against you.
Jesus Christ! I guess so.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, there. That was the Grindr update. We did the obligatory Grindr update.
Yeah, as we will do every episode. It's important.
There's not going to be enough to talk about. I'm telling you.
Someday there will be a conclusion, right? But
Well, what would that conclusion be?
You find that perfect femboy and you smash that pussy. That's going to be the ending.
And then I'll have defeated the 20% gayness and it's gone.
I guess that's up to you.
Yeah, maybe. All right.
Well, before we get into the Big Bang Theory, though, I do have a couple of comments from the previous episode that I'd like to read, right?
Wow.
So, this one, Redacted was holding the show back. Florian and Purple were the real stars of the Bazinga Boys. And I think I agree with this commenter. I think that's just straight up facts, right?
No, I think he actually contributed pretty well to the show up until he suddenly left one episode earlier than he said he would.
I don't know. That last episode was something shocking, I think. But that might be a
you talk about the regular show.
Well, that as well.
Oh,
we're gonna have to. We're gonna. Yeah, this is probably gonna come out before that last regular show, but it's that's still gonna be a thing, I guess.
Yeah, I can't believe you still haven't finished editing that.
I know.
You're too traumatized.
Yeah, I don't want to listen back to any of that. It's just it's a dark period in my life. I'm gonna have to.
Gotta do it.
I'm gonna have to confront it. Yeah.
Yep. You're gonna edit it for free. Yep.
Yeah. The next comment was came for Redacted, stayed for the Bazinga Boys. Is that not the story here of this show? Of our great success.
We actually gained like 20 subs, so it totally worked out, I guess we're finally taking them back. We're taking the power back.
And finally, from the old co-host himself, who now I know he's watching these, by the way, which is great knowledge to hold, I suppose. But it'll get more and more of you whining about him every single episode, and we'll never even get into this. Yeah, we're already going on 17 minutes here.
God damn it!
That's a tradition of the show, though. That's an established part of the formula.
Yeah, like he actually said that you're stepping up your game and hosting properly, and now we're doing the complete opposite.
That's fine. Well, but he commented...
Haven't done anything of interest yet.
Yeah. He commented, no Nate, no watch. Do you know who Nate is, Florian?
No! Nobody knows. Don't give it attention. Jesus.
I have a theory, okay? I think he believes that there was a fourth Bazinga Boys member who might only exist in his head, right? And now he's... I guess he's upset that he's not there because, you need the delusions, host character there to have your delusional character there, I guess. I don't know.
Wow. So I guess he was like Rash and he never said anything. So that's how that happened.
It's also possible he's talking about my little brother, but my little brother was never on the Bazinga Boys, so I don't think it's that.
Yeah, we'll never have anyone else on. No guests at all.
Never again.
Nope.
The
most popular YouTubers are gonna wish they could be on, and they'll be rejected.
Yep. I've already left PewDiePie on red for this show. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Mr. Beast. Okay, he's the only one who could make
Mr.
it.
Beast, if you're out there watching, you are welcome on the Bazinga Boys for an episode or two, maybe at most.
Yeah, when you're not drilling for water in Africa,
Yeah, once you've cured all the blind people instead of sending tanks to Ukraine.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm up on the lore.
Back. All right, so Sheldon finally stops wasting his time, and he does rocket science.
Well, we got to talk about the Big Bang Theory first, Florian. This is the order of operations. It's important.
You're too slow, and you're holding me back. It's crazy.
I don't think that's true.
Well, I was gonna talk about young Sheldon, but you're holding me literally back from it. So yeah,
we gotta do Big Bang Theory first. It's the first one I watch every time. I always watch Big Bang Theory first.
Gotta honor the history. Okay.
Exactly. We have a format, and we're sticking to it. Yeah. So
all right. So Penny is inviting Leonard over. Well, the whole gang over for a costume party, and at first they don't want to go until they hear that it's indeed a costume Halloween party, which is actually surprising because I thought Leonard would just immediately want to go, maybe even pressure the other guys to go, and then it's such a bizarre concept that they really want to be in costume, but when Leonard specifically doesn't want to be embarrassed, like how do you think that one through?
I don't know. I think that's just Leonard's like nervousness. He doesn't want to like go and embarrass himself in front of Penny or whatever, in front of all her friends and everything.
Yeah, unless he's disguised as a hobbit, then it's fine. You there?
Sorry, yeah. I turned off my microphone to cough briefly, so I'm back though.
I thought your internet may have acted up again. All right.
No, thankfully no.
Surprisingly stable internet so far.
Yeah, that's good.
So as usual, we have a great wealth of social interactions where we have the nerd stereotypes and the jock stereotypes, and it's like it's very deep in social commentary, and the IQ is raised considerably. It's
the whole party.
It's a pretty good concept.
Yeah. Well, there is something I have to take issue with in this invitation scene, though, where Sheldon asks which costumes he can be, and he lists off like all the genres, all the like fantasy comics, which I guess is a singular thing, but he says manga at one point, which is as I think anyone who reads manga would know is the wrong way to pronounce it. You say manga.
Well, that is really silly of you to say, considering that someone who reads mango would not know how to pronounce it, because only people who talk about it would know how to pronounce it.
He had to like say the word probably when he's like purchasing it from the store, right? Maybe he's ordering off Amazon. I don't know.
I forget that these people are actually reading things from a store. I guess that makes sense.
I mean, this is like before. It's not before the internet, but it's before the internet's like the hugest thing in the world, and like you never have to go outside.
Yeah.
There's a later episode of this show that made me realize how little you actually do need to go outside nowadays. But we'll get to that someday. Yeah, I don't know which episode that is.
And I just watched a CCP Grey video that said that staying indoors and doing everything on the internet makes you really chronically unhappy. Isn't that a funny coincidence?
But it is an option available to you, so,
Yeah, I mean, that's how they describe it, as maxing out your misery. And
I've seen that one.
I've done that one. And I've been maxing for a while.
You go hiking and stuff, you're
now
you're making human connections,
Yeah,
on Grindr.
I have connections now. But yeah, I mean, I certainly used to be that way. But yeah, I mean, it's really interesting with the young Sheldon stuff, where they have where Sheldon desperately wants to get this information, he just can't get it because the internet is so out of reach.
Yeah, that was the whole conflict in young Sheldon. Yeah. I don't know.
Yep.
After Penny leaves, I believe Howard says, let's go to the sewing machines, right? And then we come back, and they're all in Flash costumes that are very clearly like trash store-bought costumes, with like the fake like foam muscles and stuff, and like the holes for your shoes to come through and stuff. So,
well, you see, they get those outfits, but then they have to adjust them for their abnormal bodies.
I guess that's true. They are all like very distinctly differently shaped Flash costumes, so that might be what they're talking about. Yeah.
I mean, it's a funny joke, but like obviously it's near impossible that they all had the same idea, unless they just saw the hit movie The Flash with the guy who everyone hates that YMS was complaining about. Yeah.
Who has been accused of like kidnapping children or some shit like that. I don't know. I didn't follow that too closely.
I mean, when you're in Hollywood, I guess it's just what's gonna happen.
Yeah. You get into Hollywood for long enough, you're just compelled to abduct and torment children.
They probably have children on leashes for sale in Hollywood, right?
I think many people would allege that, and I believe that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know myself, but it's very possible.
It's a public secret, everyone knows about it.
Yeah. I don't know. Raj has the idea that all four of them could walk behind each other to give off the impression that they're going really fast, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, I thought that was a good idea. The laugh track seemed to think it was a hilarious joke, but I thought it was a genuinely pretty good idea for like a costume. Like if you showed up to Comic-Con doing that or something, it would be pretty sick.
I mean, like, you'd probably be better off just being Spider-Man and pointing at each other.
Well, I mean, probably, but I don't know. That wasn't a meme back in like 2007 or whatever, I assume. So.
Oh yeah, I guess not.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, like, it probably wouldn't work. They'd have to be in the pose where they run, but I mean,
it's close enough for.
Obviously, it wouldn't have worked for the show to have them do this the entire 5 minutes at the party.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it would have really worked.
Party scene too.
Yeah, they just run around the living room, yeah. and then when the ex-boyfriend shows up, they can just punch him by everyone following
They all
Leonard.
run up and punch him all at once. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess Leonard punches him, and then the other guys just follow after him
on a delay. That would have been pretty entertaining, I guess.
Yeah, they just clip into him, into Leonard.
They all just gain the real. They get in touch with the Speed Force, and they actually get their Flash powers, just coincidentally.
Yep. They get hit by lightning as he gives them an electric swirly,
and all the chemicals in their brains or whatever just serve for that part of the thing. That's what he needs, right? He needs to get like struck by lightning next to chemicals, and that makes the Flash or some shit.
Yeah, I mean that's how it was in the movie, right?
I think that's also how it is in like comics and stuff. I don't read a lot of Flash.
I mean, it's probably the dumbest origin story ever, and he's
it's a very kind of dumb one, yeah.
He's kind of unlikable, but I know why the nerds would prefer him, because it's like the most physically interesting one of the superheroes,
Well, he also is like a comic reader. Like Barry Allen Flash is like he read about this older like version of the Flash who wore like a stupid like World War I helmet on his head or whatever, like a bowl on his head. But he's like in the comics, like Barry Allen like reads about this guy, and that's like once he gets his own real speed powers, he decides to imitate him. So,
that must be the Flash series from the 50s that I saw on TV.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
That was some cool stuff. They really should have done more. And then I heard that the supernatural guy was gonna play the Flash. That would have been great, huh? But then Ezra Miller, I guess, really nailed it.
I don't know who the supernatural guy is, but I don't know.
Jensen Ackles or something. I don't know.
Okay.
You don't know Supernatural?
No.
How can a gay man not know Supernatural? That is crazy.
I don't know every look.
Like
I might be gay, but that doesn't mean my taste is, okay?
The notoriously handsome brothers that everyone lusts after, okay? Like and they hunt demons and angels and shit. Like it went on for like 13 seasons.
That honestly sounds like some Tumblr bullshit to me. So.
Tumblr.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's like the thing with like crappy fan fiction is when you like make all the cool like demons and whatever, and they're like, oh, they're people and they sit around in their beautiful mansion having sex, and it's like that's fucking lame. Just show them
Supernatural
being cool.
did it. Supernatural did it first, okay?
I'm sure
Tumblr
it did,
them.
and ruined everything forever for that whole genre. That's great. I'm forming a strong opinion now, thanks to you.
Wow, he's already made prejudices again. Wow.
Yeah.
Now the Supernatural fanboys are gonna lambast you in the comment section, just like
gonna click off,
like the Beavis and Butt boys and the regular shits. Hey, they're all coming after you now.
I intentionally didn't make too strong a judgment on Beavis and Butthead, though. Okay.
Well, you failed.
I said it looked bad. I didn't say it was bad. We'll find out if it actually is bad.
Nobody understands that distinction. Okay, like
Well, they should. They're stupid if
no,
they don't.
it's stupid. It's stupid. Nobody pays attention to that word, okay? Like if terrible is in the name, then nobody cares if it looks, smells, feels terrible. Like if you're describing something as terrible, then nobody cares about the verb, all right?
That's just a personal failing on their
part.
No,
that isn't. It's a personal failing on your part to think that language is being used in a way that it isn't. Everybody knows that if I say something looks terrible, everyone knows what that means. You're the only one, okay?
Well, I don't know. I think you might just be unevolved. You might be a Homo habilis, which we reference later in the Big Bang Theory.
What?
Yeah. So you'd be really mad if you understood that joke, I think. Yeah.
You saying I'm less evolved?
Yeah.
That was a crazy interaction. I can't believe that Leonard saw the ex-boyfriend being a full-on Tarzan bodybuilder, just unga bunga standing there talking to Penny, and he decided, I will challenge this man in the social hierarchy, and I will go there and make threats.
That's bravery. That's why he's Frodo. I think it's a thematic connection there.
I mean, Frodo doesn't threaten anyone. He would probably try to befriend the man and maybe tell him that Penny is like the One Ring and she will bring doom to us all, and
I don't know. and Frodo's very brave. That's all they thought about for the connection, I think, if they thought about it at all.
I mean,
well, we got to go back a little bit. We got a lot of Sheldon to cover.
I don't think there was that much subtext to think about, but okay.
Probably
a costume can't just be a costume, and
I might be giving them too much credit. Yeah.
I mean, you don't always have to make everything poetic. Like if someone puts on a costume. No, you don't always have to do that, okay? Like, not everything is a Chekhov's gun, okay? And the costume is sometimes just a costume, all right?
I guess so. I don't know.
Well, I think we should continue talking about this interaction. We can go back to talk about the other things out of order,
Well, there's something specific here. So
okay,
after they switch their costumes, right? Raj comes in as Thor. But he's like a fucked up Thor who's like a Norse mythology Thor from like the neck down, but on his head he's got like the little helmet with the wings like a movie and Marvel Thor does. So I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, I see how that's. Hey, wait a moment! That was not even remotely important enough to derail the Tarzan bit.
I think it's very important because it bothered me a lot. Okay, and they do say near the end that he was specifically Norse mythology Thor. So
probably because of the rights, they probably went with making him recognizable.
They managed to use the Flash with no issue. I assume they didn't pay DC for that. So I don't know. And Frodo.
Yeah, you're right. It should fall under parody, so it's probably fine or fair use even.
Yeah, I don't know.
As long as they don't sell the T-shirts.
And of course, Sheldon goes as the Doppler effect, which is and Raj immediately gets it. He knows because Raj is on the level. Raj is like quickly becoming like the best Big Bang Theory character, I think, especially in this episode.
That is, I can't believe that you would say this. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, intelligence isn't logical in this show, okay? Intelligence is just magic where the smart people instantly know what's going on. So obviously every one of the nerds understood immediately that was the Doppler effect, right?
I don't know if that's the case.
And I will, in the future, refer to intelligence magic instead of actual intelligence when I talk about what's going on here. Okay, so everyone can understand that now. Whenever they do something that's seemingly very smart, then most of the time it's just like storytelling magic. Okay, like how fucking Sherlock Holmes has this like palace in his mind where he stores things. Does that actually work? I don't know, but it certainly doesn't look as cinematic as it does in this movie, okay? And like intelligence is hard to write and hard to understand, I guess, and
I mean, because the writers like aren't like super intelligent people, so
I mean, they're probably all right. They probably could have it like
but they're not going to be like Sheldon though, right? Like the writers just aren't. That's one of a big issue people run into when they're writing characters like the Riddler or whatever. Like you have to actually come up with these like great schemes and stuff that like Batman wouldn't be able to beat, and like the writer is not as smart as Batman.
Oh my god, I fucking hate the Riddler. The Riddler is so stupid. Like riddles. I don't know how anyone solves riddles. Like, there's always like an unlimited number of answers to them. I refuse
many answers.
I refuse to believe that anyone has ever solved a riddle. Okay,
I have before.
Yeah, sure you have. I'm sure you've just heard it before and then you thought of it. Okay,
not true. Not true.
There's always unlimited answers. It's like your chance of guessing it right is as likely as guessing a Wordle on the first try, okay? It's just not going to happen.
Wow. Sometimes, some people do that sometimes, you know? It's possible.
What, guess a Wordle right? Yeah. It's just really rare.
Like, a riddle is more like guessing it on like the third or fourth try, I think, for a Wordle. Because with a riddle, you have like a pretty narrow set of options that it could be if you like understand the riddle.
Yeah, maybe I'm just too dumb for riddles. It's possible.
You might be filtered by the Riddler. That might be the case.
Yeah, maybe this is my tragic backstory. I mean, that is like intelligence is different in ways. Anyways, like someone might be smart, but then they're bad at solving equations, and I'm certainly bad at solving riddles. I mean, I guess I've never really try. Maybe I can go to like a riddle website and then slowly build up my riddle chops, you know. And like the same thing with chess. I used to be terrible at chess, but now I'm pretty good. But I play too much chess, and my mouse finger hurts when I click too much. You know, it's
You gotta do it on your phone instead, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, like a lot of these things that are really hard to understand, like they usually just take like practice. So the fact that these nerds have just IQ magic where they're just good at all of them all the time, it's just stupid, but whatever.
Well, you know, that's just how they write these shows, honestly. So.
It sure is.
Yeah.
All right. I should definitely avoid having this rant in the future, and I'll just refer to it as IQ magic from now on.
The episode 6 rant. It'll be an exclusive section of this episode. Yeah.
I swear I must have said this before, but whatever. Now everybody can understand what I mean.
Yeah. On the topic of how smart people are, did you know what the Doppler effect was before this episode of the Big Bang Theory?
Well, I actually did, yes. I actually remember distinctly that when I was maybe... Okay, let's just say I was 16 years old and I saw this episode, and like the year before I had learned about the Doppler effect in physics, and I understood what it was, but I would have never guessed from the costume. But I guess Sheldon's hint is maybe helpful to understand.
It's not too helpful later on, but you know.
Yeah. I guess nobody gets it. That is interesting. I guess nobody has had physics in elementary school, or maybe.
Yeah. I mean, these are like Penny's friends in Los Angeles, so you know the level of education is going to be a little different to Sheldon or like most people, I think.
Yeah, because Penny is like notoriously low IQ. She is.
Yeah. And like, you know, you have like these crappy like people in Los Angeles that you're becoming friends with, probably in like bars on a whim. So you know.
Well, I mean, Penny is an interesting character. Like, she clearly made a lot of mistakes in the past, but I think when she's with the dorks, she's actually like a really good person, and she is.
Yeah, I'd argue she is like the moral center of the show, at least for now. So.
Well, I mean, she's probably always moral, considering what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, she is not meant to be like a smart person, and she's definitely not meant to be like falling in with the right crowds, especially in these episodes to start off with. So, yeah.
I mean, except for the ex-boyfriend, everyone seems to be nice.
Well, they're like nice, but they're not like. Yeah.
Nobody was bullying them. I think if you saw like these guys, like bullying might be on the table, at a party. But maybe not.
You're saying you would bully them if you saw someone dressed as the Doppler effect at a party?
Well, I don't go to parties, so probably not. But
okay.
I mean, I'm thinking that, like, realistically, I have been bullied for costumes that weren't nearly as nerdy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, back in the day when I was 6 years old, my mom made a dinosaur a dinosaur costume, and everyone laughed at me because it was homemade. And these spoiled kids, they all had their store-bought costumes,
Yeah. I mean, store-bought costumes are usually, like, shitty. Like, we saw just the quality on the fucking Flash outfit and stuff in this episode. Like, they're just never put together well. They're always made out of, like, the cheapest fabric they can find.
Well, I assume that my dinosaur costume back in the day wasn't that good either, So.
Well, possibly.
Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, I hate parties. I don't know. Guess I'm traumatized.
Yeah. I don't know. Sheldon asks if there's going to be like a costume party once they get there. They get there first for the party, of course, because they go like 5 minutes after the scheduled time and not like 20 or 30 minutes later like everyone else.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that people come hours late to a party, okay?
I think especially in somewhere like LA, people are like chronically late. That's what I hear. So, I don't know.
I mean, maybe, but like you might just miss the party. Like they're trying so hard to be cool and then they miss the party. Fine, whatever.
I'm sure that's happened to many, many people. Yeah.
And they never learn, and they keep doing it, and then everyone moves the schedule back further. Brilliant.
Mm-hmm. That's why they're starting at 7 instead of like 3. Yeah.
They could have daylight at this party, but no.
Yeah.
We don't actually know how long they waited. I guess, like, the awkward thing with you coming that early is that everyone sees you already being there, and then everyone probably has like their initial memories of the party, you being there.
Yeah. Well, but I want to point out that we did show up about like 5 minutes early to record this podcast, so we're on time here.
Yeah, we don't half-ass this, okay? Only on the Tomb Raider podcast yesterday I was half an hour late.
Yeah. But that's okay. That's only the one that's going to go on my channel as well, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, I streamed it too.
Well, yeah.
Actually goes on my main channel, so it's pretty disastrous that your internet kept cutting out.
Yeah, that wasn't... Well, now I'm going to funnel people more to your episode, I guess. I put your version in the playlist for that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, if you want to hear our amazing review of fucking... What's it called? Tomb Raider. Then go to the Game Squid channel and watch that. It's a good episode.
The Himsla Games channel, yes.
Whatever you fucking call it now. I still type in Game Squid every time I'm looking for it. You shouldn't have changed it. Just because fucking Squid Game.
Like, Squid Game's gonna come back as a vengeance. I think I probably made the right call, okay?
I think Squid Game's gonna come back and it's gonna be like trash, but who knows?
No, man. Squid Game is the best thing ever. There's no way it's gonna be bad, okay?
He's gonna have his like red hair for the whole show. He's gonna look like a 40-year-old mom.
Yeah, that is... God, that was such a stupid thing to have him change his hair in the end. It's like, oh yes, now I'm finally free to be a dork. Cool.
It's a very strange show in a lot of ways, but yeah.
Well, I guess that's what they have. Like in Japan, it's like, oh, nobody would ever dye their hair. They'd have to be crazy.
That's South Korea, by the way.
and then all the anime characters have colorful hair for that reason.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's a thing across Asia. Yeah,
it's all Japan. Don't be silly.
They certainly would have liked that in World War II. I thought you were against the Imperial Japanese, but
yes,
I don't know.
Certainly am. So Raj was insinuating that people were racist against him because he cut them off before they could say anything about him being sore, being weird, you know?
Yeah. Do you think his friends are constantly like racist to him about his Hindu heritage here? Is this true?
I mean, like, I think it's pretty interesting because I think he's actually the racist because he hates Indian food and he hates Indian gods, I think. And
you can be racist against your own race. That's okay.
Well, I mean, I guess so, but then you're written in the show.
I don't know. I know his parents show up and they're like in later episodes, and I want to say this might be horribly embarrassing if we get there and they're not like this, but I think they're like sitting on carpets on the floor in like full like fucking outfits and whatever, like full Indian stereotype outfits. I might be horribly wrong, and that might be my own shitty projection or something. But
like that's
how
just
I remember it.
That's the high fashion of rich Indians. Okay, they definitely definitely like that. Okay,
I don't know. They're gonna show up in like a t-shirt or something, and I'm gonna look like an asshole for
No, I think they definitely have that, and they force him to arrange to go with an arranged marriage. You know.
Yeah, they try to. That's a big source of tension later. Yeah. But we're getting like seasons ahead of it. So
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, everyone get ready for in 3 years when we get to the arranged marriage plot. You know.
That'll be a great arc. I think that's an arc. I don't fucking know. But yeah, they go to the party, and Penny dresses up as like a cat, and Raj comments that it's the worst Catwoman costume that he's ever seen, not knowing that it's like she's just going as like sexy like store-bought cat costume.
Yeah, I guess that's strange for him to think so, but then people tell him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess Leonard defends it, and then Sheldon is like, generic cat person who would want that? That's why we need to have rules.
This is why we need the
costumes.
competitions. I don't know. He expects there to be a competition before it even like the party starts and stuff, and he wants to get an award. So
yeah. General Sheldon shenanigans where he thinks these things, even though like obviously that wouldn't have happened. But then Leonard asks him not to embarrass him, and surprisingly, Sheldon doesn't embarrass Leonard. You know, like Leonard actually
has no difficulty
himself.
embarrassing himself. Yeah, so I think his whole worry was unfounded there.
Well, I mean, it probably wasn't unfounded. It's probably good he told him. But then again, I guess he should have foreseen that they would just be sitting there not talking to anyone, so there would have been no way to embarrass him. But Leonard Sheldon does often embarrass Leonard, like in really mean ways, I think.
That is true, I guess, yeah. I don't know. Like yeah, he mentions don't tell people that my middle name is Leaky. And Sheldon's like doesn't see the problem because it's not referring to his bedwetting. It's because his dad knew someone named Leaky or something. This is the caliber of jokes we get in The Big Bang Theory. That his middle name's Leaky. I
guess that is. Yeah, I guess it's silly that was the only way they could have written that one. But I guess canonically his middle name now is Leaky, so cool.
Yeah, it is.
Like this guy isn't pathetic enough. Now he's Leaky.
Howard and the party. He uses the mirror technique to try to pick up a girl at some point. And then do you think this is like a good tactic? Because I've seen this suggested seriously before.
What?
I've seen people say like, oh yeah, you should try this. It's like a manipulator tactic or whatever, and I don't think it works at all. I think it's just full of shit.
I mean, I guess that's funny coming from someone who's probably really bad at picking up anyone.
Well, wow.
I mean, like I think it's probably like a waste of time. Like I don't think she's gonna notice you doing that.
Well, the idea is that she subliminally does, right? It's not like a conscious thing. Because if you consciously notice someone's repeating everything you do, that's just creepy. That's why that's like the creepy final boss of Tomb Raider and stuff is doing that. So,
yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Well, I guess we have the added part of the nerds just sitting on the couch, and then like how would that mirror anyone? Like, is he gonna get up and do stuff behind
he
her?
does. We see him get up and talk to like the random person, like a nurse outfit, and he he does try to like when she closes off her body language and stuff, he copies it right back and shuts himself in, I guess, because I assume he doesn't recognize that's what that is. But yeah.
Damn, I actually missed that one. That's cool. I guess they really did it. I thought he just mentioned it as a joke, but he really does it. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how you missed it. The laugh track went wild when he did it. So, you know.
Well, I just assumed it was regular awkwardness, but yeah, I guess I was just too into the Tarzan outfit, you know.
Yeah.
Had to know what happened next there.
Mm-hmm. And Howard also mentions that he learned this technique on VH1. Do you know what are you old enough to know what VH1 is?
What is it?
I have no idea. I was asking. That's why I asked you.
I guess it's pretty interesting, because like if it was modern, then it would just be like he learned it on an incel forum, right? Or a pickup artist forum.
He learned it from like red pill guys on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, I guess it always existed.
Level. That's like even worse, like pickup artistry, hack fraud bullshit. So,
well, yeah, I mean, Andrew Tate just like he just becomes the muscles, and then the girls are into the muscles. So like that actually works. So I guess it would be below it.
Well, his strategy, I believe, which will be litigated now, is to pretend that he loves them and get them to fly out to where he lives, and then sell their bodies online as cam girls. So, you know.
Well, yeah, but like his skill is like way beyond the pickup artists, because they're still struggling with the pickup, but he's already way past the pickup, and he's moved on to sex trafficking. So that's way more advanced.
He's very successful in his picking up part.
I mean he's that good. He can traffic him. Yeah. But yeah, I mean it's probably all the muscles, to be honest. Like he is pretty much a bodybuilder, isn't he? Actually, I'm not sure. I'm just thinking of the Tarzan guys still.
Yeah, I don't know. Andrew Tate's he's got muscles on him and stuff. Yeah, he works out clearly.
Yeah, it probably works.
Yeah, he said he did like 50 push-ups and 50 sit-ups every day in jail or whatever too. So
he did the One Punch Man workout. I
yeah,
see.
like literally like fucking Uncle Iroh in Last Airbender. He's pulling that strategy, I guess.
Well, he can't walk 100 miles, sadly. So that's the limit of being in jail.
Yeah, I don't know. It's yeah. It's mentioned that Raj struggles to talk not only around women but around effeminate men as well.
Wow, guess he's also 20% gay.
Yeah, I was gonna say it kind of mirrors your situation here. So, do we think as we're watching, Raj will smash the pussy before you do in real life?
What the gay pussy?
Well, yeah. It stands for boy pussy, I believe. I don't think there's. Yeah.
Well, I thought you may have said regular pussy, but yeah, no. I mean, like we see him smashing actual pussy in this episode, so
yeah, I don't know. Are they willing to imply that a character had gay sex in this show from like 2006? Are they willing? I mean, there's no
reason why it would be Raj. I mean, if anything, Howard probably had gay sex at some point.
Why do you say that?
Because he's like really creepy and open to anything sexually. Well, like I think he just likes the idea of things being sexual. I think he's probably like Beavis and Butthead, which you don't even understand yet, and they just laugh to themselves every time there's something sexy. But then when there's an actual woman, they don't know what to do. You know. So I think that's true. Howard.
Yeah. As they start trying to talk to people, right, in this party, everyone believes that Sheldon has like some sort of learning disability because he keeps doing the neo thing, right, to display the Doppler effect, and they don't get it. They're like so below his level, they think he might be disabled in some way.
Well, I mean his
outside
level
of like the obvious like autism that the character clearly has. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty hard to guess. Like, even if you're specifically educated in physics, your chance of getting it is still pretty small. So
yeah, I think it's fucked up that all these people jump to him being disabled instead of like just having like some reference that they don't get. So I don't know.
I mean, it seems like he's got Tourette's rather than he's trying to tell him something. Okay, like I think I guess you're too charitable here.
I don't know. I'm on Sheldon's side. Okay, he's the lead of the show here. You know.
Well, he's not even. I think Leonard is the lead of this show.
Well, Sheldon got the spinoff. Okay, he's who we're following here. That's the whole point of the show.
I mean, I guess he's the lead of the Bazinga Boys.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Sheldon doesn't really have adventures. We've only had like one Sheldon episode, and it's the one where he wasted his life by being fired and then not getting anything done.
Yeah. We'll get more in the future, I'm sure. But yeah.
I mean, no, I really don't think so, because Sheldon is like...
No, there are Sheldon episodes, especially once they realize how much people fucking love Sheldon and his Bazinga and his everything. Like, they start doing that a lot.
Really? I guess I never even got that. Damn.
Trust me, it's a lot. And he gets a girlfriend and everything, so, you know.
Well, I know that. I mean, I'm just, like, surprised that they love him, because he's, like, actually fairly uninteresting. He just says funny things.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Sheldon is the heart of the show, though. He's my favorite.
I mean, I feel like the Sheldon that we've met so far is as deep as a puddle, you know, in this show. I mean, he's deeper in young Sheldon slightly, but, like...
That's, yeah, I don't know. They take time to develop these characters, right? So
no, I mean,
we don't know fuck all about Howard. He becomes a character.
Well, that is true.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I mean, like, I don't think there's any time where Sheldon sets a goal for himself and fulfills it, right? Like, Sheldon is just going with the flow all of the time, and there's nothing interesting happening.
No, I think as we see in young Sheldon, that's kind of his thing. Is he barely ends up like ahead in life at any point, like in that show. People just don't take him seriously and stuff. So
yeah, this is the first episode where he actually does something interesting, where he actually sets a goal, and then he goes after it for an entire episode, and it's why I think it's a pretty interesting episode.
Well, we'll get there. First, so Penny's ex-boyfriend comes back to this party they're at stuff.
Yeah, the guy who stole their pants when they tried to retrieve the TV from him in the first episode.
And Leonard like copes that he's like the true alpha because it's the information age or whatever he says.
Yeah, it's incredible because like he actually sees society as a hierarchy, and he thinks that his that his life is somehow close to the top. Is he even getting good money? And if so, like he just spends
pretty big in like Hollywood here, but yeah.
Oh please, it's a sitcom. They all have nice apartments.
that's true.
And they live they live as roommates. Come on, like
yeah, they're splitting it, I guess.
Like if you're successful, you probably have your own apartment, right?
I don't know. I know this fucking show. They all end up with Nobel prizes by the end, so you know.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's just IQ magic, like.
Well, yeah.
And besides, like that's, like he's not even close to there yet. I assume, like he probably has to work at it, or is he always that brilliant?
I hope he has to work at it. I hope there's like a season-long arc where he's like trying to figure out this one thing or something in the background.
You know what? I don't think there is. Well, maybe. I think there's for Sheldon. I think Sheldon is. We occasionally hear what he does with string theory. And then it's like something stupid, like that the strings are like infinitely folding upon themselves. Maybe I don't know. That's like we're getting into like season 8 territory here. Season 12. Big spoiler. I can't wait about this Nobel Prize thesis that he has. We'll get there. I'm sure we will in 5 years. Yeah, everyone doubts us, but there's no way we're stopping. We can't even keep this one episode below like 100 minutes, you know. So
yeah, yeah. So there's a brief scene I want to talk about when they go to confront Penny's ex-boyfriend Kurt here.
Yeah.
Kurt thinks that Sheldon's costume is a zebra, and Sheldon replies, "Yet another child left behind," which I think is referencing the No Child Left Behind Act that America passed for their school systems.
that is that.
Yeah. What do you think of the No Child Left Behind policy? Do you think that was a good idea for the states?
I don't know
here?
what it is. What's the policy?
I believe it's basically they kind of forced schools or like states to like pass to have like statewide testing and stuff, like standardized tests that are specifically like made with the goal of like, oh, you will get more funding if you meet like certain quota of students passing these tests and stuff. But people argue that this leads to like oh, the teachers are just teaching so the kids can pass the test. They're not actually teaching like critical thinking or any real good skills or anything.
Well, I think it's got a lot of potential. I think that that teachers just trying to teach without a goal is not really worth it, because the kids aren't interested. So at least they can learn the discipline it takes to study for a test. Like they're not gonna remember too much because they're like, everyone hates school and they don't pay attention. So they're not gonna. I think they're better off having the ability to study for a test. But I might be wrong. But of course there are many ways that it's been described to be exploitable in ways that aren't good. Like if a school were to be able to cheat, then that would be bad, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of like loopholes and stuff where they can get more funding even if like half of the fucking school drops out and stuff. So. You know. Yeah,
or like the schools that already are behind, they could fall behind further, which is probably not good.
Which is
but
a big problem with it.
Wait, that's the opposite of what the title implies. Oh no!
Yeah, exactly. That's no good.
They are being left behind. Are you sure that's that policy? That's crazy. I
think so. Yeah.
That's such an ironic name for it. Wow.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I think they overhauled it in like 2015. It's now like a new act or something. But it's just basically the same thing.
Unless it refers to the fact that within the school that they have to get the scores for every child up, which is, I guess that makes sense.
That's the goal. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how effective it is. But then
you have then you have whole schools falling behind. So that's, I guess, tragic.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, I guess it's just a joke that everyone is uneducated compared to Sheldon, but...
Yeah. I assume because this act passed in like 2001, this was a more current reference when the show came out, so...
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, it probably just gets a bad rap anyway. It's just like Obamacare, which I think probably was good in theory, but then everyone just talks shit because they just can't help themselves.
From my understanding, Obamacare has been a net positive, but I'm not. I guess I don't live there. I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think so, but who knows? Yeah. I'm sure Mumke is in the comments saying that he had to pay so much money because of Obamacare, you know?
Yeah, nameless old co-host, let us know what you think about the fucking Obamacare policies in the comments section.
Yeah.
We also get the reveal that Kurt doesn't know what a hobbit is, which I think is shocking given this is like after Lord of the Rings is like an international phenomenon, right?
Well, you know, he's so hardworking, he doesn't even ever go to the cinema. He just goes to the gym, and then he goes to work, and he doesn't do anything else. And that TV that he borrowed from Penny, he used it only to watch workout tapes, okay? So he could oogle the women's butts.
That's probably true. You're probably right. Honestly, that's probably is the explanation.
That is definitely the character that is established here.
Yeah. And I want to point out that this episode, it kind of vindicates me on this like jock versus nerd arc that they're going on. I think that is like what the show's doing, at least in these early seasons, or well, for this season anyway. That's the dynamic they're going for.
Well, here we specifically have the nerd antagonizing the jock because he wants the girl, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, he is trying to like protect Penny from him or something like that, I think.
Well, I mean, no. He just wants to have Penny to himself. He's not trying to protect her. Yeah. I mean, in the end, he's like, oh, maybe you're too drunk to have sex, so that's, I guess, protective of him, but...
Yeah, at the end of the episode, he's good. He doesn't, like, take things further like fucking Howard would. And, like basically
or Raj.
Well, Raj, I think, gets dragged along on his own thing. I don't believe he would do something unconsensually, okay?
Well, I mean, we know she's drunk and she had sex with Raj, so, like, if you're drawing the line there, then Raj stepped over it.
Well, he's not like encouraging it to go further though. He just sort of went along because he literally can't like encourage it because he can't like speak. So
no, he could have used body language to encourage it. You don't know.
I guess maybe.
Well, you think deaf people, mute people can never rape anyone?
Yeah, he pulls out the sign language and I guess.
Well, he just grabs her and pushes her against the wall and then forcefully,
I think that girl is like a foot taller than him or something. I don't believe Rush could do that. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. She was pretty vulnerable,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. After Leonard gets like trounced by Kurt though in this interaction, he like picks him up and everything though. They go back to their own apartment and Sheldon does offer Leonard a hot beverage and says it's like the custom, like the social custom. Is this also true in Austria though?
No idea.
You don't offer your friends a warm beverage when they're feeling down?
No, do you?
I guess I don't. I guess.
Yeah, I hardly have anyone over,
Damn.
I guess if anything, maybe we go to a cafe or anything. But yeah.
Yeah. We see Leonard gets a kiss from Penny at the end of the episode when she's feeling bad. He gets 2 kisses, I believe.
Yes.
One at the start and one at the door because they wrote the one in the house, but then they wanted the scene where Kurt looks at him, so they had to do another kiss at the door as well. I assume it's straight up just like a writing failing, but whatever.
I mean, you can have 2 kisses. Come on, man.
It's not a huge thing, but I think it's meant to be like, oh yeah, a big special first kiss, and then he's like, okay, don't, let's not go any further with this because you're drunk, and then she kisses him again anyway. I think that might be an incongruity here.
Wow, Penny ruined. But at least we have Leonard being victorious by showing off to the jock that he has in fact received a kiss.
Mm-hmm. He goes, that's how we roll in the Shire. And then he locks like all the locks on his door.
Yeah, and the jock is just flabbergasted that she would ordain to kiss the Hobbit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he probably... I guess it's interesting because he doesn't seem to think that Leonard is any threat to his chances with Penny, and yet he is like aggressive and trying to push Leonard away. Yeah. So what's up with that,
I don't know.
I guess he's too primal in every way. He's just full on Tarzan. Or maybe he's just cosplaying it so perfectly, Maybe he's actually a really good guy, but he just had to act like his costume would suggest, It's the only time. He was acting
that way when they came to get his TV, though, so...
No, he knew what hobbits are, and he just pretended not to know.
Oh, maybe.
So he could be a better Tarzan.
Yeah, he's just like a method acting Tarzan here. That's yeah. He's actually like a pretty smart guy. He's just also like an asshole though.
And he is just destroyed because his method acting did not get him the girl.
Exactly.
He doesn't understand the world. He too, like Sheldon, is sad that nobody understood his genius.
Yeah. I guess that's basically the... Do we have anything else to say about this Big Bang Theory episode? Because it's been an hour 10, and we're only now finishing the first episode.
I like the part where Sheldon is the only one who understands anything when they are at the party, and he's like, "Oh yeah, look at this pattern. They all act. They all say, 'Oh look, I'm so drunk,' and then the other person says, 'You go, girl,' or something."
Yeah, that's like he observes their behavior like fucking Jane Goodall, he says, watching apes. So yeah.
That was pretty fun because the other ones were not able to observe. They were too socially anxious.
They're thinking about how to get laid at this party, like all of them. So
yep.
Yeah.
Sheldon is the only Sigma male who isn't interested in these lower intelligence women.
He's MGTOW. He's men going their own way. I don't think that's a movement anymore. I don't know if anyone's even going to get that. I think that movement died in like 2018.
Did it? I guess so.
I have no idea. I'm sure someone out there still has it in their Twitter bio.
Well, I mean,
there's spends all their time focusing on what women do on Twitter or whatever. So,
I mean, there's this one MGTOW YouTuber that I used to watch all the time, and he left YouTube and he's on BitChute, and he still does these streams and he still gets these donations, but it seems like there's hardly anyone left. But I mean, it's probably bigger than this channel still. But yeah.
Yeah, they live off of like horrible, depressing e-begging. So
Well, he's just like a full-on doomer where it's like, yeah, don't even bother doing anything, you know? Like,
yeah. Wow. Why would anyone watch that? I don't understand the appeal at all of these things, but you know.
I mean, like it's so interesting to see it because like he's pro-Russia, he is anti-vax, he's like all the retarded far-right things, you know?
Yeah.
And then he just believes that women are so stupid that they should be second-class citizens because them voting is such a danger to men, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. These things, they all go hand in hand with people's opinions, I think.
It's pretty interesting to think that, like, I wouldn't have understood these things, and I was like, I probably would have been like, oh yeah, that's some interesting things about women back in the day.
Yeah. But with young Sheldon, we should probably move on to young Sheldon here. It opens with the NASA guy coming to school, doing a little presentation, right, for all the students.
Yeah,
and he really just wants to go, oh, well, let's talk about the space toilet. Don't you want to hear about the space toilet, you fucking idiot Texan children? Like, you know, so...
I mean, they probably would have been interested in that. I feel like that's something you hear in an NASA thing for children or something. I don't know.
They do make fun of it in this Young Sheldon episode, but then I know the space toilet becomes like a recurring bit in Big Bang Theory. Across, like, I think even multiple seasons, this becomes a thing. So, you know.
Oh, wow. Wait, is Howard working on the space toilet? Is that...
Yeah, that's a big.
Well,
big
he is
here.
He is the perfect man for the job, so that makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everyone at the department just wanted him to work on the space toilet. It was. It is his one casting choice, you know.
Mm-hmm. We get the implication that young Sheldon... Well, not even implication, it's just said that Sheldon's young Sheldon's fucking science teacher is like chasing high school girls when he's in college, apparently.
I don't know.
That's mentioned. They said that's canon now.
Okay, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure that... I'm pretty sure stuff like that happens a lot. Like even when this would have been in, like, I don't know, like the 60s.
1989. This is I don't know if that makes it a good thing. I don't know. I guess that would have been the 60s for that character, probably.
Yeah, I mean, like, wow, how shocking! Let's cancel this guy for in the 60s.
I don't. They specifically put in a mention that not all of them were 18s.
No, what do you mean? He said they were 18.
The science teacher says they're all 18, and the NASA guy goes, "Yeah, sure." Like very, very clearly implying that they were not. So,
wow.
Yeah, that's interesting. But Sheldon comes up with this idea for like a rocket that lands again or whatever, right? Like the rocket boosters, like landing instead of just being disposed of, which is usually how they work.
Oh yeah, man, this is crazy because like this, I really don't know what to think of this episode. Of course, I'm gonna skip ahead, and you're gonna complain, but you're gonna take it, and you're not gonna interrupt me this time and try to rein me back in, okay? So this episode has Elon Musk in it at the end because
that's
Elon
what was
Musk
spoiled on the fucking Velma show. So,
yes.
We all know this going in now.
Well, I mean, it improved the episode for me, okay? But then it's interesting because, like, you have Elon Musk stealing an idea from a child without giving credit, which is good because Elon Musk is a fraud and he would steal ideas from anyone.
They imply he stole something out of the mail, which is a federal offense. I want to make that clear. So
yeah, I think the stealing of the idea probably would be a greater offense, but okay.
Well, I don't know.
What,
does
you
Sheldon
don't know?
copyright any of his shit? Do you have to file for patents? I have no idea.
I mean, NASA might have filed for a patent if they had received that mail.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, the whole thing is pretty stupid anyways, because like it still accepts the premise that what SpaceX is doing is like revolutionary, but SpaceX, do you know how many rockets they land?
I don't know. Compared to like ones they lose, I don't know.
Like they have this big selling point of reusable rockets, but I think it's like less than 5% of rockets get reused. So like wow, what an incredible fraud. Like really, you reused 5% of the rockets. Wow, that's so good. Like it would have been easier to just not have that feature at all. Probably wasting money on failing to reuse those rockets, you know?
Yeah, SpaceX gets a lot of government funding that isn't going to NASA instead and stuff, and they're spending it on like this fucking gimmick that looks cool when you watch like a CNN report, and that's it. Yeah,
I mean it's so stupid. It doesn't even make any sense. Like the rockets that they had, the NASA rockets are like way better than the SpaceX rockets. It's so crazy.
Well, I don't know. I think SpaceX by now has like outpaced NASA. Like NASA.
I mean, they
started just using SpaceX stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that's the real tragedy. But that's probably why they don't get shit done anymore, because their old rockets were reliable and their new rockets explode all the time and they don't control properly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's I'm just disgusted that young Sheldon on fucking episode 6 falls into like SpaceX propaganda. It's disappointing.
Yeah, it really is a tragedy because
the show was going so well and they squandered it here.
I mean, like NASA was so good and now it's just another thing that's gonna die on the altar of Elon Musk because like he's probably gonna go bankrupt at some point and then nobody's gonna do space research anymore. That's cool.
That's I guess that's possible. I don't know. China's picking up. They've got like, doesn't China have their own space station now or something? Like they're picking it up. It's fine.
I wish they really should, but
yeah. Well,
China's actually falling behind too, so it's
I don't know how good for the world it would be to have China running space, but you know. Whatever.
I mean, like they had the Russians running space, and that was fine, even though the Russians are like the most evil thing.
Americans, though, like starting in like the 80s or so, I think the Soviet Union started working pretty heavily with America on space stuff. So.
Oh, okay, I guess.
Yeah, like they used the Soyuz rockets and stuff to bring NASA, like American NASA astronauts up to the space station. So. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's too bad because that's probably not happening anymore. Wow.
I think they did discontinue that. Now they might use fucking SpaceX rockets. I have no idea, but yeah.
God, I guess SpaceX is slightly better than working with literally Putin. You know? Wow.
Yeah, slightly. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway,
but yeah, it's so crazy that Sheldon has this brilliant idea. Oh, jeez, wow! Let's reuse rockets. Let's do SpaceX, guys. Let's imagine that SpaceX is a great idea, and Sheldon came up with it.
Yeah, we learned that that he chose theoretical physics out of spite for like this crappy NASA presenter guy. So,
I mean, that doesn't even make sense because like. Theoretical physics isn't like these here would have been practical physics in this episode that he goes after. That would have been
this is like applied.
Like he could have actually progressed mankind in a major way by making fake magic relandable rockets that actually work. You know,
you don't think people just fucking doing string theory, just working at this one theory that's been around for like 70 years and never proven? You don't think that's more useful than fucking doing rockets and stuff? Or
yeah, well, I mean, it there's no way it would lead to anything. What would it lead to? Do you think they'll have like nanotech or something?
I mean, its goal is like unify every force and every theory in the world like into a singular like phenomenon, a single theory and stuff, and that probably has pretty wide applications across, like just for understanding the universe and then being able to use a lot of that knowledge. I guess.
Like the whole point is that it's theoretical. It does not ever have any use. Like it's specifically.
That's not what that means.
Yeah, it is. That's that's specifically what it means.
Practical applications of theoretical physics. There's going to be examples. Solar cells, computers, wireless technologies, and diagnostic imaging are all rooted in breakthroughs made by theoretical physicists.
Wow.
You're just wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those quantum computers are going to come in real clutch, you know?
Yeah. They also used it to make nukes, you know? That started as theoretical physics, and then they applied it once they figured out the theory.
Okay.
That was a great positive for our world.
Maybe I'm wrong, okay?
Yeah. That's what I got from Oppenheimer.
I can't wait for Sheldon to usher in the new Cold War.
He's going to create like nanobombs or some shit that that are like the size of a penny, and then you can fucking blow up like an entire nation.
Yeah, and he calls them penny.
Knock, 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 penny. Knock, 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 penny. We haven't gotten that in the show yet. I don't know when that shows up, but that's
going to be the calling card of the apocalypse, yeah. Man, they should do that. They should come back in 20 years and then Sheldon is
they really that would be sick as hell. Like do like an El Camino or type of movie or something, but it's like 20 years in the Big Bang Theory future, and it's all gone to hell because of Sheldon.
Or maybe Sheldon actually discovered a way to rein in AI, and he actually did save the future. Who knows?
Maybe I guess that's possible. I don't know. Yeah. We hear later around the dinner table that Mima is preparing for her death, which we know happens. She doesn't live through Big Bang Theory, so yeah. I guess that's a good idea.
Wait, doesn't she?
No, she's dead by the time Big Bang Theory happens. They talk about her.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
They said that she covered herself in whipped cream and was naked.
Yeah, but that's
a party.
Like, I think implied to be before she died. So let me check the wiki.
Wow. Sure hope there's not going to be any spoilers in that wiki.
Yeah. Oh no, she's in Big Bang Theory at some point. Okay.
I know it. See.
Oh, she's still alive within this universe apparently. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. See, I saw that. I knew that Howard was lusting after her, so she probably had to be alive for that.
Yeah.
I
can see the picture on this wiki. She does not look anything like she does in young Sheldon. Like it's straight up just like they didn't even try with the casting. So.
I mean, she looked so old. She already looks pretty old.
So yeah, well, she looks like 60 or something, not 100, like she is in Big Bang Theory, I guess.
Wow.
I don't know. I guess I was mistaken, though.
Well, I mean, what are they going to do? Just because she's probably just in one episode, so they didn't need to get that. It's probably better to match her to her character and to what she looks like in the show.
Yeah. Apparently, she's only in season 9 of Big Bang Theory, so that'll be a bit until we get there. But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's only relevant for one season, even though she's still alive.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it happens.
Oh wow,
yeah.
we still have to talk about all the adventures that young Sheldon goes through in order to work on this rocket science formula.
Yeah, there's a lot. He stays up all night doing math on the rockets and stuff, and then he needs this computer. So he goes and he asks Mima like how much money she's gonna leave him when she dies and stuff, and that's pretty good. And she gives him like $9, which he cannot buy a $3 million computer with. So, you know.
Isn't it great that that Sheldon has betrayed her by giving her a bad tip on her gambling, and now he needs money from her. Mm-hmm. If only he had made her rich. If only.
Exactly. It's he's not like a long-term thinker yet, this Sheldon. I don't think he ever really is, but
Yeah, he is very impulsive for a supposedly smart man,
Mm-hmm.
Like,
intelligence isn't just IQ. There's a whole lot of emotional intelligence. Sheldon doesn't have any of that. So
yeah, all of it is just transformed into mathematical intelligence and also magical intelligence.
He's like book smart and nothing else. I guess that's the whole conceit of the character, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he's cripplingly autistic, I think.
Yeah.
Though I guess it's not been as bad as when he refused to eat, or when he refused to take off his mittens when touching people.
Mm-hmm. He calls up the bank at some point, and they of course treat him like a child when he tries to take out a loan on a second like mortgage on the house, which he's not on the papers for, so they can't really do that.
Yeah. Like, no mortgage for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
very unfortunate.
Real short-term thinking. How important can it be to have that $3 million computer?
Well, then he could do the rocket shit easier or whatever, right?
Yeah, but
that computer probably takes up a whole room back in '89.
But he wasn't gonna pursue it further. He just wanted to do an "I told you so."
Well, this is a $3 million "I told you so." Why not? If he could afford it, like, why not?
Yeah, it would have been actually good if they had gotten Mima rich and then they lose it all on this computer, which is useless for him because he can do all the math in his head, actually.
I assume you, as a wealthy man, you regularly drop like hundreds of thousands of dollars on like petty bullshit to prove someone wrong. Am I wrong in assuming that?
No, I invest very smartly. Okay.
Okay.
Except for my stock gambling, I don't waste anything. Okay.
Okay. You should just buy SpaceX stock. Honestly, that shit always goes up. So.
Well, it's actually not even listed, but I think that would be the worst possible investment.
I mean, them and Tesla, they always like just wait until Elon like fucks some shit up on Twitter, and then just buy stock when it like dips for a little bit, and then sell it again once it's back to normal.
No, I always buy shorts on it so that I get money whenever he fucks up.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like the most reliable way of making money is shorting Tesla.
Okay.
Like he had a disastrously bad quarter, and then the stock skyrocketed, so I was able to buy more.
Yeah, that's good. I wish I need to get to the point where I have enough money that I can just like pay other people to make me more money. That's my goal in life.
No, it's a nightmare to be the boss of people. You probably just want to gamble on stocks, or you wanna be a landlord. That's pretty solid.
Yeah, you've told me you don't even fucking like interface with these people that you're like landlording over. So like you get like a company to do that. That just seems like free money at that point. So
I mean, yeah, like you get the rent money, and then the value of the property goes up as well. So it's win-win, really.
I mean, yeah, that seems pretty good. Yeah.
I mean, it's not as crazy as it is in America, though. Like the rent to property value ratio is crazy. Like the rents are way higher in America.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll do my investing in America once I'm a millionaire. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Biden returns and everything is socialism and you lose all your money.
Yeah, he returns from the grave. better and stronger than he was before. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, I meant Bernie Sanders. That's who it's gonna be.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. We get another Radio Shack reference. They're really shilling like this dead company in the show. So.
Well, it's pretty pivotal to his development. Okay, it's like his MySpace.
I guess so. He desperately wants to go and get like a modem. I forget why, because he doesn't have a computer, but he wants a modem for the internet. So I don't know. Maybe he can get through his phone.
No, he looked for a modem with a computer, I think. Well, I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, he ends up going at the doctor's, who has a working computer and modem. And
yeah,
it takes really long.
When he gets a fucking stomach ulcer at 9 years old.
Yeah, and then his grounding doesn't transfer to the doctor's computer, so they let him look it up.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he didn't really get permission there. He kind of just wandered off and did that.
They didn't stop him, at least.
That's true. So,
yeah, he pulled the ulcer card, and they were defeated.
Mm-hmm. There's a bit in this episode where young Sheldon says cheese and crackers, which is, I guess, a horrible swear word in his vocabulary. But then older Sheldon says, "I'm sorry you had to hear that," which confused the hell out of me. That really took me for a loop there, because I thought this, like, what we were hearing from old Sheldon was like his memoirs or something. But this sort of portrays him as like an omniscient god over these TV shows now, who's knows exactly what we're watching.
No, it's definitely the memoirs. He's just presenting it.
Then why would he say sorry you had to hear that in like a written memoir?
I mean, he's breaking the fourth wall, but I guess he always is. But like,
well, yeah, I mean, like Deadpool, yeah.
Yeah, no, you
like
know
an
what?
Omniscient character.
No, he tells the story how it is. Okay, despite his dislike for what happened there. Okay, so he had to include the swearing, but he's sorry he had to. Okay.
I don't know. I think if we catch up with old Sheldon, there's a good chance that he'll be like hooked up to some amazing sci-fi machine, and he'll have achieved like infinite sentience and godhood. I think that's a real possibility. Because
he's untangled the strings from the string theory, and he's tapped into the room from Interstellar where he can interact with.
He's writing from the library in that. Yeah. That's what he's writing.
Perfect.
Yeah. I gotta watch that movie. I've never actually seen it.
Wow. Well, you've been spoiled on it repeatedly.
Well, I had to be for like work-related reasons for a video I was working on with someone. But yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Another secret lore.
It seems interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't like it at the time, so maybe you'll love it.
I don't know. I know our old co-host listed as one of his favorite movies on Letterboxd, and I trust his judgment generally on.
Yeah, maybe
on
we should review it at some point.
Yeah. Get him. I don't think he. I don't know what he wants to do.
No, I meant you and me.
Or just you and me. Okay, we can do that. I don't know. Well, yeah.
I mean, he would just blindly defend it, I guess.
That's true. He'd drag the episode down.
Would I still love it? I mean, would I still hate it? Who knows?
I don't know. You gotta. I guess that'll be what we figure out.
By the way,
it is a Nolan movie, and I kind of despise Nolan a lot of the time.
Well, I despise Tenet, and I thought Interstellar was kind of stupid because like you got all the science, and then he just becomes God in the end. Like, come on.
Okay. I mostly hate his like shitty Batman movies, but yeah, those are the main Nolan things I've seen.
Wait, which ones?
All three of them now.
Did he make The Dark Knight?
Yeah.
You hate The Dark Knight?
The Dark Knight is like pretty decent on its own as like a movie. It's not a good Batman movie, and I'd argue that the other two like Dark Knight universe movies are just straight up not good. So.
You're
like,
insane.
Not very good. They're like okay, but
The Dark Knight is the best thing that ever happened to Batman and the Joker.
No, fuck you. No, it's absolutely fucking not. Okay, that's
yeah, it is.
Oh my god,
Batman was boring and stupid, and then he became the Dark Knight. Okay.
No, he wasn't. He became boring and stupid briefly for those fucking movies. Okay.
Yeah, very likely.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do these now on this show.
I mean, I wanted to keynote The Dark Knight, so I'm fine with that, I guess.
Yeah, we gotta, because I hold a lot of hate in my heart for those three movies.
Wow.
Just because of what they do to the character and stuff. I think it's tragic.
And then the comment section will just be cock and ball torture for Purple. Yep.
I don't care. I think everyone can agree that the Batman is easily superior anyway. Maybe not you, but I think
hate
most like
the Batman.
Rational people could. Yeah, well, yeah. That's because you're you, though. So, you know.
Did we review the Batman?
You did it on Izakino when it came out, but that's like five years ago now. It feels like 5 years ago. Yeah.
I guess we're never done reviewing movies. Oh no.
We get a scene in this young Sheldon where Mima drugs him with cough syrup.
Does that even have an effect?
Yeah, it makes you all like loopy and tired and shit.
Oh, is that why people huff it or drink it?
Yeah. I mean, they don't do it because it does nothing but cure their cold, So
I mean, I don't know. I thought it was like some kind of... I don't know, actually. Why did I think it was alcohol? That doesn't make sense. That would be bad for
I think there might
throat.
be alcohol in it or something. I don't know.
I mean, it definitely can't be like a whiskey shot. That would be bad for your throat.
I don't know. I don't know. I think they used to put alcohol in like different types of cough syrup. Maybe they don't anymore.
Well, I guess she must have overdosed him on cough syrup because, like, if you drink it like the recommended dose, you shouldn't get loopy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's odd. I think this is like Mima's first like big issue now. She's starting to slip.
Did she commit a cinema sin?
Yeah. Well, I think that's just straight up a sin. I don't know about a cinema sin. Yeah.
She gonna get dinged? Oh, jeez.
You know who is providing fucking cinema sins this episode is Missy. She literally exists to like give snappy, shitty one-liners, like in response to everything that's going on with Sheldon, and it's just so annoying.
And they were
like
repetitive
they've written her
too.
So bad. Yeah, I don't know why they're like they've assassinated Georgie already last episode, and they do so like he's literally just like kind of stupid and dumb in this episode too. There's like nothing else to him. And now they're like ruining Missy as well.
Well, I mean, he's stupid in an annoying way to annoy the NASA guy. So I don't know. Maybe it was intentional. It could be redeemable.
Well, no. I mean George Jr. Does George Jr. talk to the NASA guy? I don't know.
Wait, who's George Jr.?
What? That's Sheldon's brother.
Yeah, he talks to the NASA guy. He asks him if he liked Alien. Oh
yeah, that's true.
I thought that's what you were talking about.
Question. No, I'm talking about at the end when he's just like annoying for like 5 seconds at the end.
What did he say?
Toward the end. I don't even remember. He's just like, oh, are we there yet at NASA? Like fucking annoying in the car ride. That's like his whole character for this episode.
Yeah, but that's warranted because the kids didn't sign up for this. Like they don't get to go to NASA.
That is true. They literally go and sit in like a NASA waiting room and then they just fucking leave. They don't like take a day to go to like the Houston Zoo or anything like that. I don't know. I don't know if Houston has a zoo. Probably.
Yeah,
but they just straight up don't bother.
And they didn't even take a train like Sheldon would have probably preferred.
That's true. Do they have trains that take you from like
they probably don't.
Made up American town? Yeah.
I mean, like trains in America are notoriously non-existent for passengers.
Yeah. I don't know if they have like if you can you even take the railroad to like get across the country? I don't even know if you can.
Well, I think you can specifically from one side to the other, but if you want to go anywhere else that isn't on that line, it's probably not gonna work.
Yeah. Oh, they have like one line, they have like they have one that takes you kind of along the border, and then they have like a line that takes you from Los Angeles, like almost in a straight line to New York. So and it goes through like Chicago and shit. So
yeah, I think
Chicago looks like it's the central area here.
I think there's an episode later where Sheldon refuses to fly because he wants to take the train, and then like he arrives late to a conference.
The train episode. Yeah.
Was there a whole episode about him being on the train? Damn.
I think there is, yeah.
Well, he's finally...
Big famous train episode.
He's finally doing the thing he always wanted.
Yeah. I don't know if... Did that start, like, that stereotype that autistic people love trains, did that start in The Big Bang Theory?
I mean, it probably started in real life.
I mean, I'm autistic. I don't give a fuck about trains.
I was playing a game where you build train tracks earlier today instead of getting any work done, so I'm just like Sheldon.
So you're the stereotype autistic. I'm just real autistic.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm like high IQ autistic, and you're just like low.
Wow.
You're just dysfunctional autistic. Wait, no,
you're just wrong.
I'm the one who didn't get the work done. Actually, never mind. I'm like Sheldon.
Exactly.
Sheldon.
I've been editing. I've been doing hard work today. Okay.
Yeah. Where's the regular show, huh?
I've been working hard on like things that matter. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We have the doctor, when they're in the doctor's office, mentions that he was smoking and drinking at age 9.
Yeah.
Which I guess that's, you would have grown up in like the 50s or 40s, so that tracks.
Yeah, I guess it was just like candy. But he turned out alright, I guess.
I guess so. I don't know. He seems like a weird doctor, but who knows? Maybe that's just my prejudice. I don't know. We get confirmation from his journal that the episode takes place on November the 9th, or at least parts of it. Which is very close to the Halloween. Because the other episode we watched takes place on Halloween.
Ah.
They're like syncing in when these take place.
Isn't that weird? Because there's like way more episodes in Big Bang Theory.
Well,
per season, or is it the same amount per season?
I think per season it's about the same amount actually.
Oh, it is. Well, that's convenient. I was afraid we'd have to shuffle it up in a bad way.
Actually, I actually don't know. Young Sheldon season 1.
Yeah, I
think
like
there's 17 episodes.
What? Wow.
No, in Big Bang Theory.
Oh, okay.
Big Bang Theory season 1. Let me check this. No, there's 17 episodes in Big Bang Theory season 1 and 22 in Young Sheldon. So this could.
Whoa, it's the opposite of what I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
I think we should finish up the season before we move on to the next.
No,
season,
I think it's probably fine to just keep going.
We don't want to double up on Young Sheldon for the next.
No,
those episodes?
Because I think that the Big Bang Theory will catch up, right?
That is. I mean, Big Bang Theory outlasts Young Sheldon by like 100 episodes. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Even though it's Young Sheldon still going, I don't even know.
It is right now, but it's on its final season, so we already know how many episodes there'll be.
Okay.
And it's significantly less.
Well, good to know. Poor Sheldon.
The finale's airing pretty soon.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like I think this month or next month, I don't know. Yeah.
Wow, I guess we just have to wait 7 years and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, eventually we'll get there. Yeah.
Yep, just like how we review regular show every day.
Yeah. Yep, every single day we do, just consistently.
Imagine.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Sheldon, he goes and he confronts NASA and stuff. He throws up in the car, which is nasty, and he doesn't know when he's gonna throw up. He like says he's fine, and then he vomits in the car.
I threw up in class.
In class?
Yeah.
Or in the car?
No, in class. I mean, it's even worse. Like they had to evacuate
That's way
the class.
Worse. Yeah, because I mean that's like 20 children see you.
Yeah.
Vomit on the floor or on your desk or whatever.
And they saw that I am very bad at chewing. I had whole slices of tomato down there.
And you remember what it looked like?
I remember being teased for it, and they had to move to another class because it was stinky.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. They didn't.
That's terrible.
These guys stayed in the car. They had the power.
Yeah, they didn't even like pull over. That's fucked up. You know.
Yeah, and I mean, like my puke couldn't have been that bad because it was hardly digested, right?
I guess just smells like a BLT or something. Yeah. I don't know.
No, it was pretty bad.
Probably.
I mean, I probably threw it up for a reason.
Yeah.
But
and
yeah,
then, of course,
I think like the first time you can be forgiven for not knowing that you're gonna throw up.
I feel like Sheldon has absolutely thrown up before the show started. At some point, he must have.
I mean, we don't know that. Like he's so careful that there's probably nothing that actually grossed him out. Like
maybe
he didn't throw up when he was choking.
That's true, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. So they go and they confront the NASA guy, right? And they write the whole thing.
Oh wait, no.
The guy is super impressed.
We know they threw up because of the eggs, I guess.
Because of the eggs?
The egg boy gave them the eggs and they got violently
ill. Because everyone got sick. Yeah, you're right. I thought you were talking about the scrambled eggs in Big Bang Theory. And
unless that was specifically only diarrhea. I guess we'll never know.
We've been lacking on Egg Boy content these last episodes. I'm really disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's kind of a one-note character. Maybe it's fine, but we'll see.
Absolutely not.
Maybe
we need him to come back.
Maybe he'll be back and impress me, but I doubt it.
He better.
Like his best appearance was definitely when we had that zoom into the chicken's face. That was good. Yep. Sheldon just being afraid of that chicken for some reason. Well, he'd probably be afraid of any animal being up close.
Yeah.
Like, he hates the outdoors.
That's yeah. I don't know. Yeah, this episode, it ends, of course, with the fucking Elon shilling, which is it's only aging worse, these shows that used Elon so extensively around, like, this time period.
Well, like I said, it's neutral-ish, because he's also displayed as a fraud who steals the research from a child, so...
Let me just check, what did Elon post on Twitter? Of course, he's always in my recommended to follow fucking thing, because of course he is.
What, the latest thing he posted? Oh, you gotta block him, it's the only way you can escape him.
I really should, but
Like, there's really no escaping him, he's rigged the system, he will spam you unless you block him.
Reading his tweets, it's better than cutting myself, so,
In what way?
Probably at least a little better, I don't know.
I mean, I feel like you're probably closer to cutting yourself if you read them.
Yeah, I don't know. He recently replied to Ian Miles Chong, who was talking about how Marxism has infested college campuses, and Elon's like, major problem, like he always does. He's like, oh, concerning. Oh, we should look into this. Ooh, he's such a weaselly fuck. It actually makes me so mad, dude. It's so dumb.
It's too bad we didn't have Elon owning Twitter when there was that one pedo guy who was debating everyone about how child porn should be okay. Because I swear Elon would have definitely posted something there.
Didn't that guy get like unbanned on Twitter now?
Oh my god!
Elon took it over. If you're talking about the same guy, I think you are. Then that guy's like unbanned. He's on there again. So, yeah.
He is on Twitter apparently.
Yeah.
No, he's suspended.
Oh. There's someone else who posted child porn and then got unbanned when Elon took over.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. It's
interesting.
It's crazy, Yeah. Yeah. And then I guess that's it for young Sheldon though.
There's still a lot to talk about. Like I mean, it's interesting how Sheldon, for the first time ever, wants to do something, and then his parents hold him back from the idea from the ability to learn something.
Well, they're not going to buy him that $3 million computer, though.
Well, he could have gotten his thing from Radio Shack, but they specifically forbid him from going, causing him to get an ulcer.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
But he did deserve it because he was a big brat.
Yeah, I don't know. It's unfortunate, but
I mean, I guess compared to how kids behave, it's not that unusual, but...
Yeah, he's really not that bad. They point out, like, Mima says, like, you were just as bad, or whatever, so... To the mom.
Well, yeah, but she probably got punished for that, right?
I don't know, probably.
I mean, maybe not. Maybe she just got cuff dropped,
Yeah, that's Mima's first line of defense is to drug her children and grandchildren every time.
Yep, that's how she became so religious. Too many drugs.
Yeah, it fucked up her brain.
Mima turned that milk into wine,
Yeah, absolutely. Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so that was. It's too bad that Sheldon was so bad at expressing himself, but I'm actually really looking forward to seeing if he's gonna get better at getting what he wants from his parents. Like he might. He normally gets what he wants from his mom anyways, but this time he was too much of an asshole.
He should have used the fucking mirror tactic to get into their brains like Howard does.
Yeah, well, that probably would have been a lot less annoying than what he did.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it would have worked on his feeble-minded parents. Who knows? Yeah. This is a good episode for George Sr. though, because he does stand up for his kid and like rush into the office and demand to see the manager. Essentially, But yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean,
see, when a man does it, it's a boss move. When a woman does it, she's a Karen. That's the rules.
Well, it is kind of unreasonable because, like, he knows that Sheldon is the ridiculous one, right? Like, the NASA guy just came to the high school to gloat to his friend, you know, but then young Sheldon gets personally offended by this.
Well, the reason that he's so upset is because Sheldon sent him a letter and everything, and he couldn't even bother responding, which we know is because Elon fucking intercepted it on his paper route or whatever. But like from George's perspective, it is pretty rude to like ignore this child who wrote you an entire fucking book on how to fix your thing. So. But
then again, he did ignore the other stuff too, you know, the phone calls.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly.
Maybe he worked with Elon with getting him this own research.
Yeah, this guy's like a paid off. He's like a SpaceX executive now. That's possible.
And it's so funny how he's like, oh yeah, we this is impossible. Like the hardware wouldn't support it. And then Sheldon is like, oh, I'm just ahead of my time. Like,
yeah, he's like, call me back when you get there.
Like, we didn't need this mathematics telling us how to do this thing that we can't do yet. That's why people didn't solve this problem yet. Okay, Sheldon. Like, maybe,
yeah, well, the reason that he was given though in the science class at the start is because like, oh, the math's too difficult, we can't do it and whatever. And so Sheldon, he had to do the math to prove it. So that was his goal.
I see.
And I guess the extent of his goal, because it did not happen, and I don't think NASA. Does NASA? I don't know if NASA even makes their own rockets anymore. I don't know if they gave up on all that shit entirely and they just do spacesuits now or what.
Who knows?
Yeah,
I mean, they gotta do
apparently
some
we're
stuff.
due for like a Mars visit or like another moon landing really soon. So,
well,
who knows?
I think there was like a video about someone saying it's not gonna happen because they're using SpaceX and they're already way behind schedule.
Yeah, I mean, that was probably not.
That was a big YouTube controversy, I think.
Yeah, it's sad, but like we might never go to the moon again. Honestly, China might, but I don't know about like NASA putting people back there.
Honestly, I am so disappointed in the state of this because, like, politics doesn't do anything. Like, in politics you have the lower the rent party, and then you have the get rid of immigrants party, and you don't have any sane people who want to do something important with the money like science, despite all the progress that science has made for us. And
yeah, that's true.
And I am annoyed at this. And then Elon takes that little money that is designated for science and he wastes it on his on his fucking cult of Musk, where he doesn't actually get anything done.
He's going to build all those tunnels under Los Angeles. I'm sure they're coming any day. You know, there's a great tunnel system in the middle of a fucking fault line. Good idea.
Yeah, the one that has to be airtight, or else it'll collapse. Yeah.
Yeah, hyperlooping all over the world with the fucking let's make a vacuum chamber 3,000 miles long. Good idea. Just great ideas all around. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, he specifically did the hyperloop in order to prevent people from building trains, and he's doing
like it's just like spiteful shit. So
well, spiteful. I mean, it's what he should do to make money, I guess. But like,
it's very cynical, like ruin the world for my own gain bullshit, though. So
I mean, like his cars are specifically like the worst, and all the people who buy EVs, they buy his cars, so they're gonna be solid on EVs in the future, and that's all thanks to him. If only he just fucking hired competent people instead of sycophants, then he could have it all. But no, it's fucking impossible.
You know. Yeah, I'm just glad he made an ass of himself on Twitter now forever, so people actually know now that how fucking fucked up he is. You know?
Yeah. Like, he legit could have probably been president and, like, made an actual science party or something. That would have been actually helpful, and then I wouldn't even care about his personal incompetence as much. But I mean, too bad. It's all fucked.
Yeah. We should probably wrap it up though pretty soon here. We've been going on almost 2 hours now. So.
Yeah, just 1 hour for each episode seems fine.
I guess so.
Yeah.
This is like some Mahler shit where like we're reviewing, our reviews are far longer than the episodes themselves and stuff. So.
Well, I guess Mahler is fine as long as it's not EFAP.
Well. That's my problem with Mahler's videos is he'll sit there, like he's not like going off on tangents like we are, these entertaining true Kino content tangents, but what he'll do is he'll sit there and he'll pick apart like one stupid little scene just to whine about how the spaceships in the Star Wars movie, they wouldn't work like that, there's no gravity in space. Like, fuck you. You fucking useless piece of shit. But you know, that's unfortunately just how it is.
Look, there's some good points that he makes. Okay, like the way he compares it to the World War II scene, and he shows that they've made this inaccurate spaceship specifically to mirror this scene.
Yeah, because that's cool. That's what you want in a movie. Is for the action scene, is the action looks cool. It should make sense to like a certain level, but it doesn't need to like adhere to real world physics just because that would be fucking, I don't know, better for like the Wikipedia page or whatever. It's so stupid.
No, there's definitely a trade-off where you do something that doesn't make any sense with physics. That's not ideal, but especially when you're doing sci-fi.
They're literally just magnets. Like, there's an easy explanation. They're in like little, like you can make one up. It's little magnet launchers.
He talked about that. It wouldn't make sense if they're magnets. Okay,
I guess that's true. He probably fucking did talk about that.
Yeah, he went in very good detail. Okay, but
whatever.
I mean,
it's
like
fucking Star Wars. Who cares?
You motherfucker.
Of all fucking things to get upset about, he spends like I remember it's literally like 6 minutes of that fucking review. It's so infuriating.
Dude, Star Wars is actually really cool. You stop being a pussy. You brought this up, okay? Don't be like, oh, who cares in the end, okay?
Star Wars is bad, and I'm mad that he hates it for the wrong reasons, okay? That's my issue.
What? Yeah. That was painful, man.
That's fine.
He agrees with you for the wrong reason. Cool.
No, he agrees on the broader point, but his reasoning and his like the way he gets there is terrible. It's like if you were doing like a math test and stuff, and like someone wrote down,
you see yourself in his bullshit. That's the issue.
No, because I'm correct and he's not.
Oh yeah, what's bad about Star Wars? Go give me your stupid ass nitpicks of why Star Wars is bad, huh?
Well, for the sequel trilogy specifically, it's largely down to like poor planning and a lack of like good writers in the room and stuff. They started off on the wrong foot by having it be like a remake of the first movie, which gives them basically the second movie had to like rewrite everything from the ground up to try to give it like a unique storyline.
I'm pretty sure that's
you can't do in one movie.
I'm pretty sure that was
a whole trilogy.
I'm pretty sure that point was done to death. You know, especially including by Mahler as well. So
he could have made like a 40-minute video going over the actual problems with it, but he has to like whine about you see the fucking the Poe, he's emasculated by this fucking purple hair lady. Like it's just so whiny and annoying, and I can't stand his content.
Oh my god. Bad. Look, the thing with Mahler is that he says these annoying things like, oh, this character's emasculated and therefore it's bad, but like it actually makes sense. He's not like a critical drinker level of retard. So he
absolutely is.
He isn't. Like he makes a lot of good points, but then he just throws in so many bad points that it's really bad. Okay.
I think it's genuinely like he repeats the same shit so many times that people just like believe it. Like it's so repetitive and awful.
Oh, I didn't catch that one. I always thought that the repetition was just a flaw, but I guess if you're saying it, it's like
I think it might be like the mirror tactic. It might be a thing he's using.
Yeah, it's like the Nigerian scam that uses typos to weed out the people who wouldn't be profitable because they'd be too.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
He's
now
weeded
getting
out all of the smart people who see through how his bullshit is just like dumb, and now he's got like a loyal following of sycophants forever.
Because I tried to critique it, and like it took forever, and that's probably the issue. I was thinking I should go back and make like a concise video, a concise essay on why why his Ant-Man review was terrible. You know,
maybe. I don't know.
I should critique him for how terrible his videos are with their repetitiveness and their reaction gifs, you know?
Yeah, he always has this fucking... That just annoys me on, like, an editing level. And then we'll go on that EFAP show and he'll complain, oh, guys, it takes so long for me to edit these videos. That's why it has to take 5 months for me to talk about fucking Star Wars. And then you watch the videos and they're edited like trash.
Oh,
it's so bad.
I mean, they're not that bad. I mean, like...
It's just annoying. It's just annoying editing. It's not even, like, low effort. It's just awful.
Like, wrangling the footage together is really well done, though. You would die if you did that.
That's easy. No, that's easy as fuck. He's reviewing one movie, he just has to pull the clips from. That's so easy.
Oh, you couldn't do it with a regular show.
I don't want to do it with regular show.
You had to resort to green filters.
Well, for copyright, that's probably really annoying.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that might be his biggest issue, but I guess now he probably knows you gotta keep it under 5-second clips or whatever. So, yeah. Yeah,
who knows? Maybe he just contests it and then it works out. Who knows?
That's possible. Yeah. But I think we should wrap this up with our favorite segment on the show. The Chuck Lorre cards.
Oh yeah, you need to actually send me those because I'm not taking a word for them anymore.
What do you mean?
I need to see
for
them.
The Chuck Lorre cards? Okay, well this time I'm just gonna tell. I don't have them screenshotted. I'm just gonna tell you for this one. But I guess next time I can screenshot them for you.
Okay.
But in this one, it's a little rant about him turning 55 years old, and he's just talking about like, oh, I'm like wiser and whatever. It's stupid.
See, this is exactly what you do. You don't even have the actual words. You just have a description.
Well, yeah, I'm not reading them out. It would take too long because they're like really long for what they are.
Oh, really? Wow.
They're like a full like paragraph. Yeah, it's quite a lot.
Jesus, how long are they on screen?
They're pretty long. They're on screen for like a second, but the whole point is you pause your DVR or whatever. And he mentions that in one of these fucking things. That, in fact, in the Young Sheldon one for this episode, he mentions, oh yeah, you pause your DVR and you get a brief moment of peace. He's like, oh, I'm providing you a great service with these cards, and it's like, oh my God. I want him to between him like getting older and self-aggrandizing himself, it makes me think like just fucking die already. Honestly.
Well, this is really stupid of you. I can't believe you're critiquing it, and then all you have to say about it is that it's a rant. Like, wow, okay, cool.
It is. It's just stupid, and he's just so self-serving and annoying in them. I guess they're vanity cards. That's the point.
Okay,
but like
you can't do
just
these
don't have
anymore.
A vanity card.
If they're this long and your critique of them is so shallow, then we can't do them anymore.
No, we're gonna keep doing it. This is
okay.
This is an important segment.
Then we're going through them word by word.
Okay, we can. And for the next time, I'll screenshot them for you.
Yeah, and you'll read them out. We'll go
over them in detail. We'll get this podcast up to... We're over 2 hours now, but we'll get it up to like 2.5 next time.
Yeah, 2.5 men of Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. We're the 2.5 men. Who's the half man between the two of us?
Oh, you're just 1.5 because you're so big. And fat.
What the fuck? Wow.
So large.
I was going to say the half used to be our old co-host because he's so short. That's what I was going to say. Well, but I think we learned that you're shorter than him. So, yeah.
No, I think I'm slightly less short than him, actually.
Well, that's not what we went over the height thing in a previous episode. You said you were shorter than him.
He said you're almost as small as me.
No, he said he's taller. Yeah, he went over. He's like I'm the king of the manlets because I'm a manlet, but I'm the tallest manlet. Because he's like right on the edge or whatever.
Oh, okay.
He said he was like 5'7". I think you said 5'6".
Oh, really? 5'7". Okay. Well, never mind then.
If my memory serves me, I don't know. I can memorize like bullshit
it's
from
correct.
your podcast much better than I can memorize other things in my life. It's kind of concerning.
Yeah, it's just like the nerds from Big Bang Theory wasting their time constantly with this bullshit instead of getting anything impressive done. Yeah.
That's why I relate to them so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I suppose that's another Big Bang Bazinga Boy episode in the annals of history now.
Yeah.
We will live forever through our Big Bang Theory review.
Yeah, people are definitely still watching. and this is never gonna get old.
Dozens and dozens of people, I'm sure.
No, this is important because if I spend actual effort on this channel, it was just the word for my work. Okay, so just doing these long reviews isn't too bad.
Yeah, it's just like 2 hours, whatever. I mean, it's like 2 or 3 hours total because we gotta watch the show too. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we're gonna stick to the Sunday release schedule. So happy Sunday, people. Don't work on that day. That's the Lord's Day, right? Or is that Saturday? I don't know.
I think it depends on religion.
No, Saturday's the Jewish one, and they don't believe in Jesus as the Lord and Savior. So Sunday has to be the Lord's Day.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that makes sense then. All right.
Yeah, that's.
All right, Bazinga
Boys.
Yep, finally did it. We aced
finally. Yeah. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.